My name is Mucho Mizinduko, and this is a midterm review for IH743. A little bit of myself. I'm a graduate second year student at Boston University School of Public Health, pursuing a master's degree in public health, actually. In my program, I'm majoring in epidemiology. Actually, originally, I had a major in epidemiology and international health, but some situations happened beyond my capacity and I had to drop international health. Professionally, I'm a medical doctor. I trained in Tanzania, where actually I come from. And after my training, I worked for 3 years in Tanzania. The first year being the 1 year mandatory for clinical practice after medical graduation or medical degree. Subsequently, I joined Mwanza Intervention Trials Unit, which is a research unit under the collaboration of 2 institutions, the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and the Tanzanian National Institute for Medical Research. I worked as a research clinician and a team leader, and I led a team of about 14 individuals. And the task we were doing was to develop a cohort of about 300 women at risk of HIV infection and make a follow-up of them for 2 years. Career-wise, I'm interested in the epidemiology of infectious diseases and program implementation in developing countries. And that's why actually I'm in this class and in this program, the Masters in Public Health program. I'll be graduating in May this year, hopefully, and after this training with a background in medicine, I'm considering myself as a potential researcher and or academician. So career-wise, I'm looking forward into further my studies by taking a doctorate degree either in epidemiology or public health. In IH743, we work in teamworks. In our team, a team of 5 individuals, we have done several activities and produced some deliverables. We have actually developed an annual work plan for a project, a human resource management manual, a quality improvement training manual, and a process map. And recently we developed a 5 years health information communication strategy. Also, we did cluster critique presentations, traditional PowerPoint presentations, as well as traditional flip chart presentations. All these were very good. In this class, so far, I've gained presentation skills. And this is in both aspects. How to prepare a catchy presentation and how actually to appear in front of professionals and present well. I also developed skills in teamwork and collaboration, working with other 4 colleagues is basically enough teamwork probably. The most important skill that I learned was leadership skill. And I keep saying that this is an important leadership skill because I worked as a team leader for 2 years, leading 14 individuals. But I considered those individuals I led 3 years ago as juniors to me. But in this class, I'm leading my colleagues, my peers. And for me, I felt this challenging somehow, but I was glad that it worked. Challenges, but I've faced working this team so far, I would say they're less. The team is great, and probably I would say we are on the right track. A couple of consensus issues which are common when working in a team again, this comes in leadership. Leading my peers was challenging, and when I say it was challenging, I mean some issues actually particularly are like, how do you make a push to your peer when the deadline is due? Or how do you direct your peers to lead into a consensus while actually probably you are an odd man out in the decision you are approaching, like you are the leader and you are thinking differently than the whole of the group. Actually, that was challenging but manageable. My analysis as far as implementation of projects in low and middle income countries as compared to high income countries, I would say the differences could be in systems. High income countries have well established systems, be it health systems or social services systems, compared to low and middle income countries. I feel like this can make implementation of a project easy compared to low and middle income countries. Literacy rate of the population. High income countries have higher literacy rate, while low income countries have low literacy rate. This can have both positive and negative challenges to the implementation of the project. A good example is like immunization projects, where the population with high literacy rate may actually not be happy with some immunizations, but low-income countries may not feel like they really have a choice. But again, the low literacy in low-income countries can actually lead into some bad beliefs or some failures to actually do what the project wants to do them to do. Another challenge is about infrastructures. In low and middle income countries, they do struggle with infrastructures, roads, office buildings, communication, and many others. So these can bring in a difference when compared to implementation projects with in high income countries. Low income countries actually can be forced to have the headquarters or the offices in just one city, while projects are being implemented hundreds of miles away, and this can lead into higher costs of operations of the projects. Communication challenges, the networks are not well established in low and middle income countries. Some other challenges, just to name a few. Last but not least, considering high income countries to have large population with skill sets required for some types of projects. But in low and income countries, they actually may have a scarcity of people locally, of people with skill set for the required type of project. And this can also be a challenge in a way in low and middle income countries where costs can come in. You need to hire an expert from abroad, while you could have some local individuals doing the same work. This is it for my meeting review, and thank you very much. Have a good time. Bye.